So to understand how to practice fast, every part of practice goes together. All right? So everything I do in the walkthrough is tied to practice. And I do the same thing every day so that after day 4 or 5, every kid on the team knows exactly what they're going to do when they come to walkthrough, what they're going to do when they go to practice. And other than changing maybe the call in practice, that's about the only thing that's going to change. We're going to line up in the same spot every day, start. We're going to finish in the same spot on a full cover, on punt. It's always the same. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? And what that does is it allows everybody to get into a rhythm and then practice really fast. Okay? So when I say really fast, I mean 12 reps of punt, 1 full cover in like 3.5 minutes. Okay? Now, I also know you guys are in high school. How many people in here on a team less than 30 kids? Anybody got less than 30? Okay? So there's no way you can run 2 scout teams with 30 kids, right? So there's some limitations to you need enough bodies to do 2 scout teams so that you can go really fast. But you can still go really fast with 1 team. So like on punt, before I get into this, I practiced. So at Incarnate Word, I had the 40th ranked punt team. I didn't change anything other than fast practice, and I had the 7th punt team. I would have had the 1st punt team, but we gave up a 25-yard punt return on the last game of the season, okay? And it took us from 1st to 7th, and it was like the 2nd to last punt of the season. I was crying. But that is what it is, right? Do a better job. So real quick, I teach shield punt, right? It's all about steps. There's only 3 steps. So in my case, there's a far, which is a bucket step where I open up and I'm going backwards basically for a far block. Okay? Guy way outside, greater than 3 yards. I got to open up backwards to make sure that I can get my body on him for 1 step and widen him. Okay? The next block is a mid block, which is just a flat step. 3 yards or less, boom, I'm taking a flat step and I'm going to get him. Okay? We don't work on the 2 blocks in the middle, which are the 2 drive blocks. You drive block left and right? If you can't step out of your guy and get on him for a second, I can't help you out. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so in the walkthrough, I'm going to line up. In my case, I'm always practicing 1, 2s, and 3s and 4s. Okay? In that front line, I got 7 guys, or 6 guys, I'm sorry. So the left side, the right side, those 6 are going to go against the 2s. So the 1s against the 2s, the 3s against the 4s. Why do I practice all the way down to the 4s? Because everywhere I've been in special teams, at the end of the season, there's a dude that has never practiced taking reps the last 2 games. Okay? Every place I've been. I don't care where you're at. Like, we just had it in Illinois this season, right? You go back and look at the last 3 punts, last 3 games we punted, there was 3 guys on the punt team that had not taken a rep before 3 weeks ago. Okay? So what's that do as a team, right? You're putting somebody out there that's got literally 4 practices into a game in the Big Ten. Okay? I just can't do that, right? So I make the 3s and the 4s are going to practice on the side with another coach, but they're going to go through the walkthrough the same way, okay? So all we're going to do, the second team's over there, they line up in the far block. We step through our steps. I'm filming the whole thing, okay? Like I said, I'm going to go back to huddle and grade the walkthrough. So the walkthrough, I'm going to go back and say, hey man, number 1, tighten up the far step to the left, right? So we're going to go far left, mid right, far right. All 4 blocks. Then we'll turn around and do the 2s the same way. Total time, about 35 seconds. Okay, for the 1s. It's fast. Right? It may be a walkthrough. We're not necessarily running. We're still at about 60%. But they're running back to get set up because they know that it's coming next. Hey, far left, mid right, far right. Okay? And I'm telling you this because I want you to understand the level of detail that goes into being able to do what we're going to do at the end when I show you the film of how fast we're going. Okay?